Hi, I'm Rachel, and this is my March 2023 book haul. This is a very short and sweet book haul coming to you from a bonus gift card thing I actually got from work for the holidays. They gave me a little bit of a cash that I could put toward a gift card, and I chose Barnes & Noble and went on a bit of a shopping spree, and I finally have all 3 books from said spree, and I will show them to you now. And the first one I will start with is one that I will be reading in the near future. This is a sneak peek at my April TBR. This is Today in the Taxi by Sean Singer. This is a collection of poetry written by Sean Singer, and it won the Poetry Prize for the National Jewish Book Awards. I'll link to information about that down below. And this is poetry that is based off of taxi cab conversations, I believe it is. So it's kind of like a found poetry, perhaps? Not sure. I don't actually read a lot of poetry. I try to read, well, I could say at least 1 collection per year, but frankly the number is 1 collection per year that I read in April for National Poetry Month. So I figured this would be my stab at it this year. I'm very intrigued. Also, like most poetry collections, this is published by a small press, Tulepo Press, which I will link down below. These next 2 books are also very exciting. They are both BookTube / AuthorTube books. You know, looking out for the community here, and both of them were on my anticipated reads list for this year, so I'll link to that video down below as well. The first book I will hold up here is from AuthorTube, quite obviously in a way. It's called Shut Up and Write the Book, a step-to-step guide to crafting your novel from plan to print by Jenna Moreci. Jenna Moreci is a popular self-published author and AuthorTuber on AuthorTube? YouTuber on AuthorTube? I guess that would have been better. So she decided to put her hat in the ring with some writing advice. Her channel got pretty popular on videos on said writing advice, so I'll link to her channel down below and give you a little bit of a sneak peek of this craft book from the back. Writing a book can be daunting, but it doesn't have to be. Are you struggling to finish or even start your novel? Are you overwhelmed by the many steps in the writing process, drowning in endless drafts, or creatively blocked? Shut Up and Write the Book is a step-to-step guide to crafting a novel from your first spark of an idea to the final edit. Whether you're brand new to writing or wanting to hone your skills, this action plan provides straightforward advice while demystifying the art of storytelling. And it goes on from there, like, you know, with a bullet point list of examples, but yeah, I am intrigued. I'm in the middle of writing a fantasy project myself, and I tend to take November to read craft books. November is also National Novel Writing Month, where people take on the challenge to write 50,000 new words in a month, and it's technically maybe not the best time for reading a craft book. Reading it during Preptober or something would be better, but I have my own thing, so I'm thinking, you know, November is probably when I will be getting to this. It'll be an interesting time to see how her advice holds up. And finally, this book came out the most recently, earlier this month. I've been waiting for it for this haul, and I am so excited. This is The Secrets of Heartwood Hall by Katie Lumsden, who is known on BookTube as Books and Things, and cut her teeth becoming famous for her thoughts on Victorian literature. That's her major output, not her only output, but it also influences her writing because this is historical fiction based in Victorian England. And I will read from the flap. An atmospheric love letter to Victorian fiction, a chilling Gothic mystery, and a compelling story of a woman learning to live life on her own terms. Nobody goes to Heartwood Hall. Folks say it's cursed. It's 1852, and Margaret Lennox, a young widow, attempts to escape the shadows of her past by taking a position as a governess to an only child, Louis, in an isolated country house in the west of England. But Margaret soon starts to feel that something is not quite right. There are strange figures in the dark, tensions between servants, and an abandoned East Wing. Even stranger is the local gossip surrounding Mrs. Eversham, Lewis's widowed mother, who is regarded with suspicion in the village. Lonely and unsure of whom to trust, Margaret finds distraction in a forbidden relationship with the gardener, Paul. But despite his efforts to reassure her, Margaret is certain that everyone here has something to hide. And as Margaret's own past threatens to catch up with her, she must learn to trust her instincts before it's too late. So yeah, I have it at, Victorian Gothic. I think this is one of the first writing styles I fell in love with, like Gothic Victorian novels, in writing and in, probably TV adaptations of real Victorian writing. And Katie also listed the Brontes as an inspiration for this novel, and they're among my favorite authors, so we're firing on all cylinders here. I am very excited and hoping to get to this soon. It's a priority for me to at least read this book this year, so that'll be exciting, and I can finally then listen to what the rest of BookTube has been saying about this book. I think we're all very excited for this, and I'll link to Katie's channel down below. Future Rachel here, stepping in for a very quick addendum because I just got this book and I wanted to be able to show it in the book haul. I'm so excited. This is The Only Game in Town by Lacey Walden, which came out a couple of weeks ago. And it is a breezy rom-com or rom-com adjacent, which is on my radar because Lacey and I were part of a writing group together in the pre-COVID times, and since then she's written 3 novels, and she's published 3 novels, and this is her 3rd published novel, and I'm really excited about it, so I'll just read from the back. Nothing ever changes in Redford, Georgia. That's what freelance editor Jess Reed loves about her hometown, and part of what keeps her from leaving. Content to take care of her father, a car mechanic who single-handedly raised her after her mom skipped out, Jess is resigned to a safe, unremarkable existence, until Jasper Wilhelm, the town's eccentric benefactor, dies suddenly and leaves behind the opportunity of a lifetime. Financial advisor Carter Barclay has been too busy to visit his grandfather in Redford, but he's heard countless stories about the town and its zany residents from Jasper. A small insular town in Georgia is the last place Carter expects to be spending his summer, but it seems his grandfather has one final trick up his sleeve. At the funeral, it's revealed that Jasper has devised a massive, high-stakes game for the people of Redford, with the winning duo taking home his entire fortune. The catch? He's already taken the liberty of pairing them up. As tensions of all kinds rise between Jess and Carter, and the prize looms closer, the two must decide what they're willing to risk to change their lives. Full of spirit and hijinks, The Only Game in Town is a funny, quirky homage to the people we call home. So yeah, I just love, this is not my usual, I tend to be too serious when it comes to my literary fiction or my speculative fiction even, but this is just light, breezy, fun stuff, and I actually think I might try to squeeze this in immediately, which is so unlike me. I have to, plan my TBR way in advance, although this one is on my most anticipated reads of the year, so it has to happen this year, and I feel like it would be a fun way to round out my March reading. It's been a pretty heavy reading month for me, so just something kind of fun and breezy with, the fun cartoon romance rom-com cover. It seems like it's something that would be really great, and I'd definitely love to read Lacey's book in the near future now that it's finally out. So that about covers it for me now. I will also leave links to the Goodreads links for all of these books listed down below. And I will be back on this channel, hopefully squeezing in one final video in March, maybe early April, but hopefully March, of my own AuthorTube well, it's an AuthorTube staple I do quarterly. It's my quarterly writing wrap-up video where I look back at the goals I set myself for the first 3 months of this year and see if I met them and set new ones for myself, keeping the train trundling along here, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, I hope you're all feeling great about where you are in your reading and writing and artistic lives at the end of the first quarter of the year. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.